Well, I am now halfway through a period of working 8 days in a row, a stint of labor I am convinced is some sort of karmic payback for some wrong I did in the past. Either that or it's simply the period of famine after the period of abundance. That is, I hardly worked at all last week, and this week it seems as if I'm working almost exclusively. I'm just noticing some biblical parallels is all, except instead of crops, the commodity of which I'm experiencing a famine is free time. So I've come up with a relatively simple solution for my lack of free time. All my free time is spent either sleeping or doing these videos, so one of them has to go. So it's up to you. No videos at all, or videos where the obvious lack of sleep makes me prone to outbursts of randomized emotions. I think I already know your choice between those two, however, and I have preempted your response accordingly. So stop bothering me! Good afternoon, butt kickers. I didn't have enough coffee this morning, and now nothing matters anymore. Take my hand and come to my basement, where I'll give you Kool-Aid that makes you sleepy, and tell you about what happened 55 years ago today. It's the program. It's my sleepy Kool-Aid basement of fun. Anyway, 55 years ago today, the U.S. Congress and President Eisenhower converged and decided on a motto for America. The top 3 mottos were, "In God We Trust," "Uncle Sam Gonna Choke You Good," and "Smell My Dirty Finger." 1 second to guess which one they went with. Time's up. It's the first one. For a while, this caused a dispute between religious people and atheists, and when those 4 words began to grace our currency, atheists demanded a separate set of currency emblazoned with a second motto to be used exclusively by atheists. Their currency's motto was, "In Darwin We Trust, or else we will never be taken seriously by other atheists." Not the catchiest motto ever, but it got their point across. And let's face it, getting their atheistic point across is like atheists' favorite thing. Meanwhile, Muslim currency said, "In Israel we blame." Scientologist currency said, "To find out what we trust in, please spend me at your nearest Church of Scientology." And agnostics claimed that no one could possibly know that currency exists. Needless to say, agnostics didn't end up doing much transacting. Then some realists came along and started a countercultural movement called the Lighten Up Who Gives a Crap There Are More Important Things to Worry About movement. Again, not catchy, but that's not the point. Long story short, now we only have one currency, and it all says "In God We Trust" on it, because people decided to lighten up. The Lighten Up Who Gives a Crap There Are More Important Things to Worry About movement sprang up again when certain people groups wanted the words "under God" removed from the Pledge of Allegiance. Alternate ideas included "under the stratosphere," "maybe under God," and "under their underwear, I just made you say underwear." And now the Lighten Up Etc. movement is being applied to those people desperately convinced that saying Merry Christmas instead of Happy Holidays is one of the greatest tragedies of modern society. And I must admit, I am part of the Lighten Up crowd on that score. As a matter of fact, in most things, I try to think, is this really worth the amount of emotional turmoil I'm putting into it? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. Lighten up, who gives a crap? There are more important things to worry about.
Until tomorrow, it's Griff, and he's still talking.